Hey guys, welcome to my newest video. Recently I got into a situation where I realized that CPR would be a valuable skill that everybody should know for their pet animal. So that's why the focus of today's video is going to be emergency preparation for CPR. So the method that I'm going to teach you is best with two people, one basically to restrain the dog and the other to do the chest compressions, but this will depend on the size of the animal. The first warning that I have to give is that please make sure that you do not perform CPR on an animal that is breathing. In order to tell if the animal is breathing, there are several different methods. The method of choice that we suggest in clinics is to watch for the rise and fall of a chest. Keep in mind that this could be very subtle, given the animal could be in shock. The other way to look for breathing is to take something light like a feather or a hair and to place it in front of the snout and look for any movement. Once you have determined that the animal is breathing, you'll want to make sure that the animal is in the correct position. You'll want the animal laying on its side flat with its limbs down on the ground. Another warning to keep in mind is that whether or not the animal is familiar to you, you may want to muzzle the animal. An animal that is in shock or that is hurt can be a scared animal, and they may retaliate against the people that are trying to help them. After you have the animal in a correct position, what you'll want to do is establish the airway, which means you're going to want to make sure that there is a clear path for the air to go down. You want to make sure that there is nothing blocking the airway, because if you're doing CPR and there is something blocking the airway, you could do damage to the animal. Once you have established that, you will want to have somebody take the animal's snout in between their two hands, form a seal around their mouth and their nose, and bring it up to their mouth and do a few breaths. This will depend on what size of the animal that you have. 12 to 20 breaths is what we usually do in a larger animal, but you'll want to do about 25 to 30 in a smaller animal. If within 5 to 7 seconds the animal does not start to breathe on its own, you'll want to have the second person who is down near the abdomen of the animal start chest compressions. In order to start chest compressions, what you'll want to do is locate the thoracic cavity of the animal. The thoracic cavity holds the lungs, the heart, and all those important airway organs. You'll want to locate the triangle between the shoulder blades down to the stomach, generally where there's a little bit of a curve or a tuck, and then kind of diagonally back. Once you have located this, in a larger animal, you'll want to take the palm of your hand, one on top of the other, and do 15 chest compressions, deflating the chest about 1/3 of the way down. You'll want to go at about a breathing pace of about 80 to 100 breaths per minute. After every 15 chest compressions, you'll want the person piloting the animal's head to do 1 to 2 breaths per 15 chest compressions. You'll want to continue this until the animal starts breathing on their own naturally without your aid, or for about 5 minutes and there is no heartbeat felt. If you're looking for a pulse on a dog, one of the best places to find the pulse is in the groin area, right on the inside of the leg. One thing to ensure is that when you're doing the respiration into the animal, that you're doing it at the same rate that you would be doing the compressions. I hope this is a skill that you find valuable, but don't need. It's one of those great things to have in the back of your repertoire of skills, just in case it's ever needed. My question for you today, guys, is what kind of interesting but non-life-threatening emergencies have your pets gotten into? Once, when Pop-Tart got spayed, and I say once because she technically got spayed twice, she ripped out all her staples. But that's everything, guys. I hope this is a valuable skill for you. Keep on hopping!